Namaste people, welcome to Shweta's basket. My name is Shweta and this is my basket, which are very lovingly packed with goodies like short stories, poems, book, movie and restaurant reviews, all absolutely fresh and original. For the reviews, you can head over to my website, and as for stories and poems, well, stick around. So all my regular listeners know that we have a great big celebration coming up. But if you're here for the first time, well, welcome to Shweta's basket, and you couldn't have chosen a better time to be here. Because on 16th of May, Shweta's basket is turning 1 year old. And we are hosting a grand first party for it. And this is not going to be a day's party or even a week's party. It is going to be a month-long party, starting from 24th of April to 16th of May. The party will be on weekends. So we have 4 weekends, and each weekend will have a different and exciting theme. And we will have 2 games each weekend. So game number 1 will start Saturday morning to Sunday morning, and then game number 2 will be posted from Sunday morning to Monday morning. So the games are going to come at you fast and furious. Do not blink or you will miss. So make sure that you log in each Saturday and each Sunday morning from 24th of April to the 16th of May. And there will be 7 games in all, and there will be 7 winners. Yes, 7 not 8, because 16th of May will be a game-free day. Now who can participate? Well, all can participate. You don't have to be a writer, a poet, a podcaster. You just have to be you. And from teenagers to their grandparents, all are welcome. As a matter of fact, spread the word. More the merry, isn't it? All you have to do to be eligible to participate and win is make sure that you have subscribed to the website www.shwetasbasket.com. So this was regarding the celebrations that are coming up. Now, last month, in the month of March, Shweta's Basket was one of the sponsors for a writing contest. That is the hashtag One Story contest, which was held by On Sonal Stable. And we had promised that the winning stories would feature on the podcast. Now this contest was supposed to have 3 winners, but we ended up with 4. Because there was a tie for the first place and there was a tie for the second place. How often do we see that? So now we have 4 great stories lined up for you. This contest, as I mentioned, was organized by On Sonal Stable, which was to mark their first anniversary. Now, On Sonal Stable is a website like none other, because it literally represents all that is there on Sonal Stable. And who is Sonal? Well, she is a recruiter by profession, a writer by passion, and a chef by compulsion. And that is a happy compulsion. So on her table you will find mouth-watering dishes from chicken to pork, paneer to lotus stems, from cookies to cakes, perhaps a couple of stories, playing hide and seek, and a few poems basking in the glory of all the praise they have received from the readers. So go on to her table, www.onsonalstable.com, and check out the spread. So last week we had done one of the stories that was tied at the second position, and this is the second story that was tied for the second position. This one is written by Preethi Warrior. She's an assistant professor in an engineering college. This oft-awarded writer loves both poems and prose. Her prose is often inspired by happenings of everyday life, and hence most of her stories are so relatable, with everyday characters whom we may have met somewhere along in our journey called life. So this is Preethi Warrior's story, Lotus Stem with Gramflour. She gazed listily out of the lofty ventilator. The pitter-patter of the gentle drizzle adorning the twilight. There was stoic silence all around. And she sighed, waiting for the night to fall. There wasn't much to anticipate for the day as well. Sleep eluded her. Confined to her cubicle, she was far removed from the daily hubbub. No more was she a dutiful wife or a doting mother. No more was she running around, navigating her way from dawn to dusk, from living room to kitchen, from one chore to another. She was restless. She paced up and down in a cramped space. She had been implicated for many blunders in the past, but this time, she had erred out of love. If only she could talk to him eye to eye. If only he wasn't so livid. She heard the steel plate being kept at her door. Her food had arrived, bland and unpalatable. But there was something more important. She hurried and banged the door. "You want something?" he answered from the other side. "How are you managing?" she inquired, ridden with guilt. "Oh, the vacuum cleaner is helping. So are the online classes. Thanks to you, I am busy all the while. Loathe cooking, still do. But you left no option. Can't attend my meetings regularly. Hope they don't fire me," he scoffed. "Why are you so furious?" she almost begged. "Because you were irresponsible," he screamed. "I order grocery online. I get you all you want. Then why did you venture out? Look what you have done." "It was our anniversary. I tried a new recipe. Lotus stems with Gramflour. I couldn't get the stems online. Had to visit the store. I took all precautions, trust me. Moreover, you meet your friends often. I am the one who's been tied down here since ages. All I wished was to surprise you, to make you happy," she apologized. "Happy? Your trip for that exotic dinner fetched me way more. Waking up at wee hours, dusting, mopping, cooking, and also working for a living. Of course I'm very happy. You should be too. So enjoy your vacation. Isn't this a bit more comfortable than the holiday you already call your everyday life? Bye for now. I have some unfinished tasks." He stormed off. A little tear pricked her eyes as she ate the meal he had so kindly provided to her. It wasn't as if she didn't work earlier. He had insisted on her staying at home post-marriage. It had been a constant race for both of them since then. His at his workplace and hers in the kitchen to tend to their family. His late nights and late flights and a toil at home perhaps drifted them apart. He had the weekends at least, the busiest 2 days of her life. And though she prepared it, it was he who brought the food to the table. She could employ domestic help, but why the extravagancy when she was always at home? So she was inevitably expected to comply with the occasional jibes about her ignorance in the home finance. Oh, how she yearned for a change in routine. How she prayed for this pattern to break. How desperately she hoped someone did something for her. And just like that, it occurred to her. This was the answer to her prayers. The 2-week quarantine. It was a bit ironical that it needed the pandemic to get her the much needed me time. But she wondered if hers was an isolated story. Done she was, with the special delicacies, her relentless endeavors to please him, only to be criticized later. This was what she truly wanted. A room to herself, her books, no errands, and total solitude. She wiped her tears and shut her mind off her family and the world. She had to be brave. She would be. She suddenly felt blessed with all the courage and confidence she needed to introspect and emerge a winner. She would be her priority from now. She felt cured already. She lay down, and for the first time since long, she slept deep and peaceful. Oh boy. I mean, if we keep aside how dangerous the second wave of COVID is, this kind of a situation is actually a blessing in disguise. You're left alone to read, listen, watch, or introspect, with no one peppering you with demands or questions. It is important to understand the value of me time and my happiness. Because if you are happy and your mind is settled, and if you have come to terms with all that is going on, then only you can truly help others around you. Otherwise, the situation is so depressing that it is easy, very easy, to lose all hope and happiness. For me, apart from working on my podcast, the best me time is spending time with my friends. Talking to them, laughing and crying with them gives me the strength to go on. Write to me and tell me, how are you coping with these times? My email address is shweta@shwetasbasket.com, and you will find that in the episode description as well. Please visit my website www.shwetasbasket.com for more short stories, poems and reviews. And apart from emailing me, you can get in touch with me on Facebook or Instagram. My handle is Shweta's Basket. I hope you caught my previous episodes, and not to miss any in the future, do subscribe to my website and follow my podcast. And guys, have you ever thought of having a website of your own? A place that showcases all your talent? Well, if you have, then listen on. Because having a good-looking and professional website is just a click away. In the meantime, this is your host, Shweta Singh, signing off. Till we meet again on the air. Bye for now. Do you want to have a website of your own? Are you a writer, photographer, actor, makeup artist, hairstylist, or even a tutor, singer, painter, journalist, consultant? Or do you have your own cafe, restaurant, resort, holiday home, shop, small business, hospital, or even a blog, WordPress or Blogspot account that you want to migrate to a good-looking website? Well, look no further. The geeks will help you, and you will find them in the Geeks Room at Artunzen. Just click on the link in the episode description. Yes, it's that simple to have a website. My website is hosted and managed by them. And want to know what I love about them? They are professional, customer pleasers, straight talkers, and very competently priced. So what are you waiting for? Your website is just a click away.